Welcome to the Weekly Social, folks. Everything Katy, Fulshear, Richmond, Texas. Today we have the lovely Priscilla Poff with Select Title.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome. We also have Brett Walter with Westlake Lutheran Academy. Brett, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. So, my name's Brett Walter. I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at Westlake Lutheran Academy. So it's just a small Christian private school,
Okay.
Right in Richmond, just right off the 99 in Bel Air.
Right.
So real close here.
Right.
And we currently go pre-K 3 through 8th grade. And there's right at 210 students on campus right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. And y'all are adding like a grade almost every year, right?
Well,
and expanding your facilities.
Well, next year we are expanding to 9th grade.
Okay.
And it's been something that's been talked about at the school for a while. This is my second year at the school, and my role is in looking to advance the school forward.
Okay.
In all the capacities
Right.
that means.
That's a
And-
lot.
Growth is good.
And then my wife is the head of school.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
So you're a husband-wife team?
Yep, Stacy Walter, she's the head of school.
Okay.
We came here a year ago from Lutheran schools in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Yep, so we're here and we're enjoying being here. And there's the best thing about our community over there at Westlake. It's just a really tight knit community, and people are really connected together. And I think that's important as your kids start going through school to be close to other families and have those relationships and know if my kids wanting to be at somebody else's house, and we have personal relationships, and I know the
Yeah.
families, and then there's a lot of shared values of in the conservative Christian community
Do
there.
y'all have kids going there also?
No, our kids are both in college. We have one that's getting his MBA at Colorado State Pueblo, and one that's at South Dakota School of Mines. The older one has an engineering degree, and the younger one's working on an engineering degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look old enough to say that.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But your definite, passion has been being with the Lutheran schools because you were in Vegas,
Yes.
right?
Yes. We came from Las Vegas, and so I spent my career. We were trained. I was trained at Concordia College. Now it's Concordia University in Seward, Nebraska, and they train Lutheran teachers. And so I took my first call to Faith Lutheran in Las Vegas, and I was there for my entire career, 26 years. The school grew from about 300 6 through 12 to over 2,000 currently. And Las Vegas, a little bit similar to here during some of those years, was just exploding. The school moved out, and the community grew. And similar to here, right now towards where we're living in Fulshear, but out there it's growing like crazy.
Oh, Fulshear's on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I drive out there, there's new building, new commercial, there's new everything.
Yeah.
And I'm in and out of that all the time. So, but you
Yeah.
always see them turning dirt out in Fulshear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great because it's an amazing community out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when Weston Lakes
That was in the middle of nowhere.
developed and
Yeah.
everything, and
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
Now it's in the mix of everything.
big time.
Yeah.
It was a long ways out.
So, what brought your passion to helping kids in the school system and stuff? I mean, there's got to be a backdrop or story.
Well, I'm personally, I was a 3-sport athlete at the school I was at. I played basketball in college, but
Okay.
So I wanted to be a teacher and a coach, and I wanted to be around
Thank you.
athletics and give back to kids in sports. And so I started at the school as the head basketball coach.
Okay.
And a teacher, and then I became the athletic director. I think it was 6th year in, and the school was still pretty small then. And then we played in every division in the state of Nevada. We were a little tiny single A school.
Okay.
We moved all the way up. When we left, we were a 5A.
Wow.
5A school competing against some of the big boys. So
So you were part of all that growth.
I was part of all that growth. Yeah, over the 26-year span.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I enjoy it. I'm actually coaching a little basketball
Okay.
for some middle school kids, and having a great time. That's the thing that you forget is that connection to the kids, and spending that time with them is really, it's just such a pleasure, and
Yeah,
trying to help
it
them
really is.
help them grow in every way they can.
It's
Wow.
impactful to a child. I mean, I had some great teachers when I was in school that they really stood out, and I still remember them to this day. So I truly believe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of teachers they're undervalued in today's society. They're more worried about a popularity contest than the actual person engaging with their child, and that's a struggle for me as a person to watch that, where, you know, that person's a movie star or rock star, and yes, they do some wonderful stuff, but here you got somebody that's really active and working with your child and engaged in their life, and you don't appreciate it. You
Right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, what we're telling people about our school, and as we're expanding to ninth grade, is one of the things that is part of that is be known at our school. People are going to know who you are.
Yes.
It's a small community, and they're going to know you, and I think the things about you that, and how do we help you grow. But it's also about being inspired too. And I ask people, you know, who inspired you? And as you just said, you can think about people that inspired you. It's people you have a relationship with.
Right.
Typically, that's family members, and then it's those teachers or coaches that you connected with, that invested in you, that maybe
mentored you.
they
Yeah.
mentored you. They kind of made you believe a little bit more in yourself than maybe even you did.
Right.
And that's how I believe you're impacted. And if we're going to move students forward, I believe there has to be a relationship component to that. And a community like ours, I think, promotes that relationship piece.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
cool. That is cool.
One of the lessons that I've learned in life is people don't really care how much you know until they know and understand how much you care.
Right.
Once they see the caring, then there's the buy-in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
So
So, are there events coming up that the public needs to know about that can help y'all, or,
Well, I think
or they know more about your school?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that, you know, we're each year about this time, you turn the corner after the holidays, and you know, people actually start thinking about the following year, and it's what we call admissions season then.
Okay.
So, you know, you turn the page, and so what we want to know is we would absolutely love to have anybody that wants to just come to campus and see what's going on or tour campus. It'd be our pleasure to have them there to show them around, to see what's going on at our school.
can they do that all year long?
Yes, they can.
They can.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's not a specific, okay, we're going to have an open house
no
this
no.
date or anything.
right.
They can come by and see y'all and.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so typically the process is, you know, people find us in different ways. They'll come and visit, and then if they're interested enough, then we would have their kids shadow at school. And so they would come in, and it's for both parties. It's for them to see if their kids, you know, like what's going on there and connect with people, and then it's also for us to get to know that student. And then there's a little interview process and some time where my wife will even sit down with the head of school. We'll sit down with each family.
So it's like a try before you buy type scenario.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Think
yeah.
about that, because
Yeah.
any other school that you go to, you gotta go.
You're enrolled. Here you go. Go. See ya.
Yeah.
But what about how many kids are in a classroom then?
Well, it varies grade to grade, but a great number for us is around 16 to 18, 19.
Yeah.
But we have a few classes that are a little smaller than that and a few that are a little larger than that. At a school like ours, the challenge is as you're growing, you know, you want kids to come to your school, but you also want to keep those class sizes where they need to be.
Okay.
So there's a few grades that we are double booked in, so we have 2 classes in those grades.
Okay.
And then there's some grades where there's single classes.
Okay.
So and it varies as we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Growing
Alright.
pains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
growth is
Yeah, so 4 years ago we did a little research. The school had 137 kids 4 years ago, and today I believe we're 207 or 208, and so it's over the last 4 years we've jumped up,
Right.
and I think that just tells a
That's
little it would tell
50% growth. That's
it would tell the
huge.
public that that growth says some real things about what's going on and that people are liking what's happening. Yes.
Wow.
They're attracting and
Yeah.
engaging with what you guys are trying to
Right.
accomplish.
Right,
That's
right.
great.
Right. Yep.
Wow. That's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun to see something like that grow and the kids, you know,
Yeah, and
they're
we were
getting that
talking-
kind of.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier. We own 42 acres over there,
Okay.
Yeah.
and so
That's huge.
we have a lot of undeveloped land. So the first thing that I've been working on is with some of my colleagues is putting together a long-term vision for the school. So that if you don't have a long-term vision, you can't figure out what's next. And so we've done that. We understanding what the next step is as we start 9th grade and start high school, and what the next facility is. So we just want to have that plan together Because we believe that if we can do things right and you treat people right, that that we'll be blessed and the school will grow.
100%.
I'm in full alignment because, like with my company, I put together a 10-year vision, but then I reverse engineer it back to a 5, a 3, and a 1. And as long as I stay on track, I can hit the 10.
Right, right. Yeah, you gotta have some sort of, where are we going? Where are we going here?
If you don't have a vision or a pathway to go down, all you have is a daydream.
Yeah.
It doesn't become real.
Yeah. Yep. So we're starting to be able to just tell that story and talk to even our current families about that vision, and then hopefully when people visit the school, they can see what direction we're headed in as well. Yeah.
So do y'all do fundraisers and things to help? Or?
Yeah. We had a really successful gala last spring. It was really what you call our first event for my wife and I, since we had been there. But we had some great people supporting that event. And then we're just working through a little annual fund, and then we'll have our gala coming up in the spring, I believe March 29th.
Oh, awesome.
So that will be part of that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If some of our viewers want to attend or participate, is it open to the public?
It is. Anybody's welcome to come.
Okay.
So certainly our families, their family and friends, but it is an open event for people that would like to come.
I'm going to ask for a plug-in, so if anybody wants to participate or support this, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way will be to go to our school website.
Which is?
It's just westlakelutheran.org.
So westlakelutheran.org.
Yeah.
Go check it out and
see what's coming up and help grow this. You know, it's part of our community.
The kids are our future.
Yeah.
It is.
One of the things we learned when we came out here is that there's great public schools here, and some of the best in the country. And so
that's a lot of competition.
That's a lot of competition.
It is.
But maybe that's not for everybody, and we're trying to fit a certain niche. And but we do, as we were talking earlier, we're intentionally Christian. We're intentionally Christian, and that is the backbone and staple of our culture. So,
but that competition also forces you to get better and better and better to attract more kids. And so that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful. Because when we were growing up, that's what was in all the public schools and everything too. So that, in my mind, is the way it should be.
Yes. So I know you said you were a coach earlier. What type of different sports or extracurricular?
Yeah,
I mean,
at
band?
the school.
Just,
at the school currently, in the middle school, in the fall they play volleyball and flag football. The middle schoolers do, and then there's boys and girls basketball in the winter, and then track and field in the spring. When we move into the high school, as we're smaller, we're hoping to replicate those same sports, and then also some of the individual sports like cross country, tennis, golf, where if you have a kid who's passionate about something, they can compete.
Sure.
So the sooner we can have kids competing in TAPS, which is the private school association and athletic association in Texas, we want to have that going. Certainly, we have fine arts. They had a one act here a little while ago. They'll have a musical in the spring, and then what we would say is when you're at a small school, it's much easier to be involved in a lot of those activities.
Yes.
Because the school really works together to make sure that kids can do multiple things. Sometimes when the school gets a little larger, which even happened to us where I was, they start to almost ask you to specialize a little bit more in those things.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a different feel for students at a small school, and I think you grow through different experiences, and you're going to have a lot of opportunities to experience things at a school that's a little bit smaller.
Yes, 100%. They'll get to test it out, check it out, see what they like, what they don't like, and grow through that.
Yeah. And we were talking, our school is run by the Lutheran Education Association of Houston. So we have Lutheran South. That is down in Pearland off the 45 in that area. And
that's another growing community.
Yeah, they're pre-K 3 through 12, and there's roughly 800 students there. The high school is roughly 400, and they're doing a nice job down there. So, but what we tell people is we're starting high school out here, and it's not we're already running a high school. It's not new. We have
You're not
resources.
beta
down
testing
there.
this.
Right.
You already have a proven
Yes.
platform
Yes.
track
Right.
record
Yep.
that you can share with the community.
So is the academy, is it just in the Houston area, or are y'all over
Well,
Texas?
there's I don't know how much you know about Lutheran schools, but the Lutheran school system is the largest Protestant school system in the country.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So there's Lutheran schools all over the country. Ours is just run by the Lutheran Education Association of Houston. So we have those two schools, and then we have a preschool in downtown that we run as well. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And you're going to expand the location here. You're already all the way through 12th in the other location
Pearland.
in the Pearland area. And
Correct.
what else is coming up? What else in that
man.
growth?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sure there's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to your vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
really, I would tell you, the attractive reason for me personally to come here is because I got to watch a school grow, and I think it is really impactful for the community, for them to have different schools and things. But we saw what it did for our students. I was really fortunate about, it's like, I think 2 months ago, one of the kids that I coached in basketball in my early days, he called me up and he's like, "Coach, I'm coming to the Houston area. Can we get together?" And to see, that's
awesome.
the story is, making that relationship with kids, watching them become successful, and now he's running a business and is actually in a fuel business. So he was here to see suppliers here in the area, and I was just like so proud of him, and hoping that our school and the people at our school helped inspire him to become who he is today.
Right.
And so those are the things that are special. That's what you're taught. That's what this is all about.
Very
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep. The money comes with it, but what you experienced is why you do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's about relationships and about the lives of kids.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tomorrow. That's our future.
Yeah.
Any questions coming in, Jake?
No, we are not at this moment.
We have Jake working behind the camera.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. He's the hardest working young man, videographer in Katy, Texas / realtor.
/ realtor. / car racer.
Yes.
That I learned a couple of weeks ago.
Did you
Yes.
go watch him race?
No,
No.
I wasn't able
Okay.
to. But I'm put it on my calendar for the next one.
Awesome.
I'm going to
Very
go
cool.
watch.
Oh yeah, it's going to be one in February.
So, we are working on a fundraiser. Priscilla's got a lovely little flyer.
Yes.
Every year, our annual fundraiser from Thanksgiving to Christmas is for Boys and Girls Country, which we had on earlier this year, and CAPS Animal Shelter. We do have QR codes, and this will be up on our Facebook page, company website, and all that. If you could, please donate. Everything goes directly to Boys and Girls Country as well as CAPS Animal Shelter. It'll get drop shipped here. Me and Priscilla for years load up everything. We caravan it out, make sure that the kids and the animals get all this stuff.
And it is so amazing.
It is.
So amazing. And just to see their faces light up when we drive up and bring all this stuff in, and it's just, that's the cool thing about Katy, Fulshear, all this area. We support it. Everybody
Yes.
supports it. Everybody helps each other, and it is what makes us great. And I think the school, just all the things. So anyhow, just scan the QR codes, drop it off here at our office, 23930 West Hummer Parkway, Katy, Texas 77494. We're right here next to Ooh La La, Target. So easy access
Very
to come
easy
and
access.
just drop off. So we'd love to do that. What will be the last day for drop off?
I didn't get that far. I raced to get the flyer done, to be honest with you.
All right, we'll tell you that next time.
That flyer was given to me last night at 5:30 from Jake, so I
Okay,
could pass it
all
out
right,
at the networking
perfect,
event. So,
Perfect.
The sooner
So-
the better, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
The sooner the better.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Before
time is of the
everybody
essence.
gets
Yeah.
crazy with all the holiday fun going on.
Yeah,
So
we do want to deliver it before the 25th of Christmas.
yes, I think we ended up getting a little late because we had some big donations that came in right at the last minute,
Yes.
and we didn't end up going to Boys and Girls Country, and they were till later,
no,
and they were closed.
They were
or
on
something.
Christmas holiday.
Yes.
Right. So we had to
Yes.
go back again. But that was good. It was,
No,
that's fine.
no, I love seeing the that facility was amazing.
Yes. Fundraisers for you guys. Now that I did my plug, so
Uh-huh.
sorry,
Yes.
I got to take advantage of that.
100%.
You said you had the gala coming up. Is there any other events that you could share out to our audience?
Not really what we call like events that are geared directly towards supporting the school financially. We just run our annual fund, but no other like what you call big events. I mean, in our community, we kind of drive it towards that gala event.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And so, I mean, if a business wants to know more about it and helping y'all and support y'all, they just contact you. Go to the
they
website
can contact us.
and just contact
Yeah,
you.
certainly at the school, part of what we do is trying to teach kids to give back. So the student council, they'll have a little deal each month that they're doing, and trying to support others too. So I think they had a sock drive is the very last thing that they had, and
What was that?
A sock?
some sort of a sock drive.
Okay,
And so we're collecting things to support other
Oh, that's
other
awesome.
fundraising
Okay.
people and other causes that are out there too.
Yeah.
We want our kids to learn how to give back. That's I think an important thing in a community.
That's a great skill that a lot of people they don't know and understand it.
Yeah.
So, like last week, the podcast with RC.
Yes.
So, had no idea that he gives back to the community the night before Thanksgiving.
He owns a restaurant
wow.
and he feeds 100 people every year.
That's
Thanksgiving.
pretty cool.
Not the night before, right?
I think that's what he said the night before.
Right.
Yes.
And so,
Free of charge.
free of charge.
If you're
Just
hungry,
come in.
Wow.
No cost, no nothing.
And so, I wouldn't have known about that had I not listened to the podcast. And so I contacted RC and said, I'll volunteer to help.
Very
So
cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
What
Which
time is it?
you guys know, you probably learn about so many people that there's so many generous people out
Oh my
here
gosh,
and people
yes.
that care about others in the community. It's probably not reported enough, but there's so many amazing people. Yeah.
Most of it's anonymously. In the public world with the company, I do it publicly because I want
Right.
everybody to buy in and help support the cause.
Right.
But personally, I do it anonymously. I mean, and I think most people on their personal donations, it's all anonymous.
Yeah.
So,
Mine's not.
yours
I've
isn't?
supported the Ballard House for years.
Which is another wonderful cause.
So we got to get a group of the kids over and
Yeah.
serve dinner
That would be
for
cool.
those people at the
Yeah.
Ballard House one
Yeah.
night. That would be fun.
That would be very cool.
The kids love that. And the people love it when they see the kids there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of gives them a little spark.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Got anybody that plays piano?
There's a few kids. Some of the kids will actually help us put on chapel, and so we have some students that are musically talented.
Beautiful piano upstairs that just kind of goes all through the
Resonates through the
residence.
house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that would be neat.
Okay. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So that's, working together, helping each other,
Yeah.
and just doing those things. That's fun.
Synergy,
Yes.
the law of multiplication.
There was something else. Sorry, I was gonna think of. Sorry, I lost it. Went away.
Was there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers out there?
I don't know that there's a lot else. I think we got to talk about the school and
Yeah.
what our value system is, and our mission statement is preparing students for today, tomorrow, and eternity. And I think that really says it all.
Right.
About
That
what
does.
we're about. Are we there? No, that it's always a work in progress. But I think everything we're doing is, and so we're trying to move in that direction where we're growing in every area at the school. That's really the goal. But yeah, I don't know that there's a lot else. We're just happy to meet people and get out in the community. And again, this is a great experience. And
Thanks.
we're excited. The kids are there's a lot of Thanksgiving activities going on at the school today.
Oh, yeah.
So they all have their school parties since next week's off, and
They
so
get a
we're just
whole
really
week off.
blessed. They get a whole week off, so they're all
I didn't
excited
get that.
today. Yeah, we didn't either. We
No.
always went to school the
Yeah.
first couple days of the
Yeah.
week. So
I had
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday. It was a 4-day weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But what I think the thing that I think about from our conversation, the most important, your school's open. Come see it.
Yeah.
Come check it out.
Come
it
tour
doesn't
anytime.
anytime. It's not limited to
Right.
an open house or anything going on. Come by.
yeah, definitely come check us out.
So that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself,
Yeah.
well, yeah, like I said, I've been,
Coach.
yeah, I was been in Lutheran education my entire career, and so after I graduated, I went out to Faith Lutheran in Las Vegas and became the head basketball coach right away. So it was a small school, but I was the head coach and was the head coach for 23 years. I did get to
wow,
coach.
that's a run.
Yeah, I got to coach my oldest son through that, and he's still playing. He's playing his final year at Colorado State Pueblo.
Okay.
He grad transferred. He was at South Dakota School of Mines, and then he grad transferred. He's one of those guys that was one of the COVID guys. So he redshirted, and then COVID happened. So he's one of those guys that's getting 6 years of eligibility. So he's in his 6th year, but he got his undergrad done. So now he's just finishing his MBA.
Yeah.
So I was really blessed to do that. But I was really, it was really blessed to coach him. And then I stopped coaching at that point because I didn't want to miss his college career. So everybody has their priorities.
Yes.
And I was an AD as well, and so I spent my life in athletics for other people's kids. And
What
I
is
just
AD?
Athletic director.
Okay,
Athletic
got it.
director.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I spent my life in the evenings at athletic events, and I just decided that I wasn't going to miss his college career.
Yeah.
And so that's why I made that decision. And but
That's
we were
a lot of commitment. I mean, because you're going to all those events.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
working
yeah.
after work.
yeah.
So that speaks volumes about your character and who you are and your passion to really help.
Yep, I'm originally from Southern Idaho. I'm a small town guy off a farm.
Okay.
Met my wife at college. She's from small town Nebraska. Her dad raised beef cattle, and
Okay.
so but we got into we're in education, and we're in Las Vegas, and then sometimes we
Small
say, how
towns
did
to
we
Las
how did
Vegas.
we end up
That's
here?
one
But-
extreme to the
Yes,
other.
Yeah.
that's
And,
a big change.
I would tell you that we believe that we're called here to serve here and to give back to this community and to see what we can do here at this school. But there's been times where like, man, can you believe that we're here in Richmond, Texas, and in Fulshear, and but here we are, and we're excited about what's going on. And the best thing about this whole thing is there's so many great people, and you learn there's great people everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great people
Yes.
everywhere.
Yes. But we're kind of partial to this.
Yeah.
How many students do you currently have enrolled?
Yeah, right now I think as of today, I believe it's 207 or 208, but that's always kind of there'll probably be a handful of students starting in January. We even had a couple new this week. So there's as people are moving to this area, there's always some movement as it's going through the year.
Right.
So,
That's
yep.
great.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That is
Yeah.
cool. And
Katie's
plus,
growing fast.
yeah, Katie's growing real fast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wind everything down. So, one more time, if they want to reach out and check out your website, what is the website for them to go to?
Yeah, they can just go to westlakelutheran.org and check us out there. Certainly, we'd love to have anybody around, but and come to campus. But on behalf of Westlake Lutheran, we'd just like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'll tag your website in the description. So
Okay,
All right.
thank you so much.
And then don't forget about donations. Start
Yep.
working on those.
Thank you for all your help and support. I also want to give another quick shout out. We did our client appreciation event. That was a wonderful turnout
Wonderful.
last week.
Wonderful. Yes.
So,
Yes, that was amazing. So
all right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
thank
Yeah.
you.
We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
All right.